if I had a nickel, that I don't even know if I wouldn't. I was trying to think of something because I've used this type of hoist style cable machine. I've weirdly enough used more often than I would say other variations of cable machines in recent times, which never the case, especially for me. It just, I don't know, it's odd. My gym situation is really very much just simply between this community college rec center and a Planet Fitness over in another town. So it's quirky because I got 2 other gyms I could go to, but I don't know, haven't been necessarily doing that. And yeah, today's ordeal, an upper day, a regularly scheduled upper day, which huzzah, thank God. Because I just kind of wrapped up a weird kind of legs push-pull situation. Now we're doing this, although my back, a little tender, but today is a little bit later on the lat movement, so we're just gonna be very careful with that more or less. So yeah, let's actually talk about something somewhat exhilarating, somewhat exciting. Show day. It's coming, eventually, obviously. I mean, I don't do this just to walk around and look pretty. Oh God, I need to make this look more comfortable, but the big thing with that whole ordeal is simply going to be, it's going to happen next year more than likely. And then this year there's going to be a mock prep, we'll call it, in which I'm just going to get pretty dang lean enough to the point where if I wanted to do a show, it would be easy money to diet for another month or so probably and be able to show up stage ready. And that's going to be interesting because we got pretty low last cut. We hit the 150s for the first time in actually forever, which you just don't necessarily see, considering, a lot of people in the off season. Why would you do something like that? Well, because that cut I did where I got to the 150s after being 170 something for a bit, I grew, I got stronger. So that is really rad. So now we're just going to kind of keep the mentality, give my body a quick second to, gain a little bit more fat, more or less, see what can happen. Because, I don't know, it would be easy to be like, my plan is blah, 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 blah. I don't have expectations for myself other than train hard and just be better than I was yesterday. Because, possibly, there's a chance that, I don't know, possibly, but that's all you can do. I'm not going to say, I should be blah, 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 my sage way, blah. It's going to be what it is. Simple as that. Oh, God. Oh, it's warm in here. Oh, God. Admittedly, body's a little tender. So we're going to obviously push, but be careful because then we got leg day tomorrow. Ugh. 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 Oh, Jesus. What I've started doing with my lateral raises is that last rep kind of turns into a bit of an isometric. What'll end up happening is they'll probably be a little bit longer on the second set, of course, but for that first one, when I get to that last rep where I know I'm not going to be actually able to do the raise portion of a lateral raise, I hold, I really connect with the shoulder and just kind of hold it for a second. There's one thing I've been kind of more heavily considering, and I've been wanting to do more research on, just kind of looking at studies. Blood flow's relationship to muscle growth, the pump's relation to muscle growth, because it's interesting. Not a direct, there can be a correlation without causation, and I find that very interesting of that fact, because obviously for muscles to grow and things like that, it needs the nutrients, it needs the amino acids, the things to be transported to said area, so new tissue can be formed and all that. So yeah, I don't know. I just found that when I started thinking more of the pump per se, or the act of feeling, the mind-muscle connection thing, it just has allowed me to, one, I've been able to lift more by doing that. I still progressively overload. It's not like I've lowered the weight and just only done ooh, I feel the contraction kind of stuff. I'm now able to just feel more and gain more, lift harder, because I'm more in the workout, is what I've kind of figured out, Oh, Jesus. Ugh. Okay, one more. So these burgers. Also, annoying thing for today, I got an email, kind of, Canvas for those cool college folks who do that stuff. Pretty much it's just like a general online classroom thing, where the professor of my morning class is like, hey, the roads are really bad. You don't want to show up today? I get it. Which I get. The drive here was so bad. It was 53 minutes, very wispy snow, but a lot of it. And I was behind a semi for a second. I could not see. I had to go probably, I would have to say 70-ish yards behind said truck, get into the passing lane so I could actually see, because behind the truck it was blowing up so much snow I couldn't see its tail lights probably 30 feet away from it. So that was a whole different thing, but we're lifting. That's kind of our deal. I just gotta be careful though. Oh, geez, I'm still recovering kind of from taking a week off, at least, or so it feels. Also, that just might be my water intake being absolute poo-poo caca, so we do what we do. I can always do a little bit more on my second sets with these suckers. I probably should do a better warm-up. Oh, ouch. And now, converging chest press. Should be easy enough, although this one's side flexion rendition. Really easy to make it an incline thing, so it's like the amount of locking in required to kind of like get everything in position to like feel like a more general press opposed to just like upper chest oriented. It's a bit interesting, but we do what we can. Okay. Do. Ugh. Also another, I really don't like chest presses that can kind of swaggle, I don't even know, just move around like that. It just, it's so annoying. Okay. All right. Okay. 230, let's go. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Just feeling a little tender too. Gotta be careful with that one. Okay, next on the to-do list, incline, upper chest focus, little cable fly thingamabobs, which will be fine enough, although I mean it's really the upper chest that has a lot of the oomph going on right now, so I might vary it slightly. One upper, one more of like a, I would say more of a mid chest kind of thing, which is gonna, the pathway will still activate the upper chest a fair bit, but it will put a bit more strain on the mid lower chest. So this one's definitely gonna be more of like a, let's feel how we're doing, but let's feel the mechanics properly and hit it as we should. Oh God. There we go. That was probably gonna be as the cables, you know. felt. Oh, jeez. Whew. That one was a bit much. Guess that was 5. I can't recall that. I think that one's like 5 to 8. It's supposed to be 6 to 10. But that was hard enough. I think we're fine. Final set. That's gonna sound nice. I love when my necklace not accidentally, but it fits onto my mic. That's always a fun little audio spike. Oy. Ready. And pump cover came off if you could not tell. Alright. Oh God, 5 again. Okay. Oh. Yeah, feeling that one. Definitely. It's so odd going from like, you know, just hitting the chest day to just hitting the back day. Because my recovery is evidently worse. But I mean, hey, when you're training as hard as I typically do, going over like 3-ish sets per body part per day, it's not a good idea. I'm finding out at least. Not terrible lighting. And now this ordeal. Cable lat pullover. Which, God. A lot of cables today. And yeah, I hit a really, really rough back day 2 days ago, so happy only 2 sets of this. And just a general rule, and when you're feeling iffy, just gotta be careful with what it is you end up doing. So, what I think my plan of action will be, we'll use a straight bar for now. Just kind of crank that out, get a nice, whatever the rep range for this is supposed to be, and then go to D handles and clip them in because they have like the multiple places you can like attach them to things. I'll show you later, and then turn it into like a long rope thing for the final one. Or no, we'll do the opposite. We'll de-handle it and then we'll do the other thing. We're just gonna, yeah, we need a little bit more long rope for the range of motion's sake. See, oh, this is what I'm talking about, you know, multiple little thingy clangies you can kind of attach in. Actually, that works pretty well. Oh. Okay, just the camera a little because I have to step away a fair bit, and from there, we'll then nail this sucker. We'll see how much we can go up to. Try 150. Whew. Okay. We'll probably be able to push it 180. And then we'll go from there. But admittedly, I really can't tell. I guess I hope it looks good. Lighting seems nice. Okay. Whew. Okay. Whew. Say, possibly an underrated band. Whitesnake. Pretty bar to listen to, I gotta say. Them and Van Halen have really been kind of doing it for me as of late. Say, mainly for Van Halen, Dreams and Run with the Devil. Hard. Oh, this music goes hard. Okay. Okay. Gotta go a little lighter. Oh, golly. Oh, God. I didn't know how many actual reps that was. Oh, nice. I hope it looks nice too. Oh, jeez. Ouchie. But we're having fun with it. Set 2 with straight bar. I have to go back to the 2D handles. This kind of feels like crap. Or I try out this long rope. Down, down, down. Oh, God. This is rough. Down. Stay down. All right, let's finish it. Okay. Next. Curls. Let's see. As my dad would say, mainly in reference to my hair, curls for the girls. Place is gold. Why is stairway to heaven? Ooh. In recent times, this movement specifically has had to have taken a bit of a hit just because, well, it was not as bicep oriented as I would have hoped, so it took a hit weight-wise, so went from 45s, kind of back down to the 40s, but now we gotta just build back up. Oh, God. All right, and final exercise of the day, long rope tricep extension. We will see how this one is doing, just because on that chest day, my triceps got absolutely fried. So, gonna work with the punches, one hard set, the finisher. Let's make it a good one, shall we? Whew. Also, I got the Guitar Solo for Stairway to Heaven blasting in my ears right now, so that's pretty nice too. Oh, God. Down the road. Okay. Nope. Yeah, feeling that one. And scene. And now my favorite part of this whole ordeal. Kind of just posing in random places around this school until I find a good posing area. So let's get right into it.